We're looking at how to write the kanji for a letter in this video tutorial. That is tegami, and it's the kind of letter that you put in an envelope and post to someone, not the kind of letter that you have in an alphabet. It consists of two kanji, the first one meaning hand on the left-hand side, and the second one meaning paper. So it's a piece of paper delivered by hand. The first kanji, te, is a hand, and it's derived from a very simple pictograph of a right hand. This is what it looked like in ancient times. Most of these pictographs have 5 digits. Unfortunately, the modern character only has 4. So we can think of it as a 4-fingered hand. This is the stroke order. So we begin right to left, which is actually the opposite of most strokes. Then we go second finger left to right, third finger left to right, and fourth finger down the middle. Not very anatomically accurate, but close enough for you to be able to remember that this means hand. The second kanji, meaning paper, has 2 elements. On the left-hand side, we see a pictograph of 2 silkworm cocoons, or spools, depending on which expert you consult, and it has a silk thread coming out of the bottom of the cocoons, representing thread. On the right-hand side is a phonetic element, so that brings sound to the kanji. It's also a kanji in its own right, and it actually means, as a kanji in its own right, a clan or a family name. This is what the character looked like in ancient times, and you can see those 2 cocoons or spools, whichever you prefer to use, and the thread coming out the bottom. The right-hand side family name, well, that's a little bit hard to discern from that squiggle, but we can use that in our mnemonic nevertheless. So we have the silk thread there on the left, and that's there because the ancient Chinese wrote on silk. And the family on the right, that actually looks like the letter E with an extra flourish. So we can use silk to write a letter to everyone, capital E, everyone in the family, and finish our letter off with a flourish. Let's have a look at our stroke order. So on the left, we have the first stroke, that's the first cocoon, second stroke, and third stroke. Then we have the silk thread coming out of the bottom, 1, 2, 3. Then on the right hand side, we're going to draw that E for everyone in the family. That's down for 1, 2, and across for 2. Third stroke goes across that way. So there we've got the E and a flourish. And that is paper, or kami. Now we put hand and paper together and we get tegami, or letter. This is a typical sentence in which you would use the word tegami. Tomodachi ni tegami o kakimashita. I wrote a letter to my friend.